Everything's rolling, so let's start talking postcodes.
Sorry. Wait. Let me say something funny
What's
that we
your
can
exact
Let me say something funny so that we can cut in. And
we're all
it can be
laughing.
we're being silly.
Welcome to the 3 cents,
so funny
guys.
if you said-
Was that the bit you were running?
My
I wasn't
back turned
sure.
on. Yeah, that's the bit I was.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a bit, guys.
That was a bit, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Am I in the
We're back.
frame? No, I didn't even check. Am
Yeah,
I?
we're all in the frame.
Okay.
We're good.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back from episode 12. Last week we talked about some shit.
What did we discuss?
Huh?
Let's continue discussion.
What
Talked
did
about
we
some
talk
dogs
about?
and cats and
Oh yeah, famous stuff.
fishes and
Yeah.
lots of big animal talk.
Yeah.
We are big animal guys.
Whoa,
yeah.
speaking of
Yeah.
I've got a really interesting animal fact
You heard
that
of
I want to
Clifford?
come in.
You heard of Clifford?
You heard of Clifford? He's a big red
True.
dog.
He's red.
Yeah.
No, I was looking at parasitic relationships. I was doing a Wikipedia read on parasitic relationships.
Reflecting on his own personal life.
And I read about what is called like a brood parasitic relationship. An example of a brood parasitic relationship is a cuckoo bird or a specific species of cuckoo bird,
Wow.
which what they do is when they want to nest and they want to have children, they fly around and look for other birds' nests and then lay their eggs in those birds' nests.
Cuckoo.
But the thing is, they have done this for so long, they've evolved to now be able to imitate the distinct colour and style of egg that they are laying. So they're like
Wow.
custom out shitting their eggs.
Wow.
They're like, this one's going to have a stripe in it. So it
Damn.
matches the bird that they're trying to imitate and lay in their egg.
It's like a
Like-
bird is a 3D printer.
Yeah, it's so
Wow.
weird. And then the babies, instinctively, it births like a little bit earlier than the other birds and it tries to push all the other eggs out of the nest. So it's the only child that then the mother looks after.
Wow.
Is the cuckoo, baby
sick.
cuckoo. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, that's where the word cuckold comes from.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Wait, what
What the
about
hell?
it is the cuckold?
Yeah. How's
Well,
that?
actually, I was reading about cuckold. We kind of use the word wrong.
Okay.
Cuckold means...
You happen to be researching
Yeah.
cuck stuff.
I have been researching cuck stuff.
Okay.
A cuck actually
Been there.
refers to... Oh, cuckold, sorry, is a man who raises a son or raises a child that is not his own. That is technically a cuckold.
Is that the by
technical
definition term?
definition of a cuckold?
Wow,
Then
that's just kind of a good guy.
Then you can have a cuckween. I'm not making this up. A cuckween is the female equivalent, like the female who raises a child that is not her own. Yes, John.
Are we at questions now?
Yeah, we can have this question time.
Can I
So
have
with-
one after?
Yeah, sure.
So you said, hold on, cuckold is a guy who raises a kid that's not his biological
Yeah.
kid. Is this whole situation arousing him?
There was a subsect on the Wikipedia for cuckold, which was kink, and I
Okay.
did not click it.
Okay, so
I cannot answer you with extreme certainty.
because
I'm pretty familiar with that one if you have any questions.
it's just like, I mean, we can move on, but it's just like, and so a woman's been left pregnant, and then the guy runs away, and the guy's like, even though it's not my child, I'll help you raise it.
They're
He's
a
just a
cuckold.
good guy, and then people are like, you're a fucking cuck.
Yeah, but it's not cuck isn't necessarily a
Okay.
bad thing.
Yeah.
It's
He's not the-
our shortening to cuck and
Okay.
our now new definition where cuck is someone who
A guy who,
likes
who
to watch
lays
their
down and
partner have
cod.
sex. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, well,
Okay.
a cuckold actually doesn't mean what we thought it meant, and
Right.
it comes
Crazy.
from cuckoo.
He's not the stepfather. He's the father that stepped up.
True.
It's a cuckold
He's
in the nicest way possible.
proudly.
Yeah.
Cuckold.
Proudly
Cuckold,
cuckold.
good guy.
Cuckold, good
Heard
guy.
it first.
Maybe that could
so
be merch. Proud cuckold.
That's good.
Proud cuckold or cuckween.
Yeah. So the birds that shit the patent eggs.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
I
they
think
don't
queef's
shit
the
them.
right term.
Yeah, I think that's the correct anatomical term.
Like what?
Anyway, do you think that we could use if we could genetically manipulate those birds to produce eggs that are big enough that we could eat them? Do you think that we could around Easter time trick the birds
Shit chocolate.
into I'm not thinking chocolate, but printing patent eggs so that we could, as an Easter theme, sell patent eggs by simply putting fake eggs in a controlled environment.
As much as I love the idea of turning birds into 3D printers and making a nest with guns and then getting a bird to shit out a gun, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
I I think the problem is that they probably look for very specific birds to steal their nests from and have evolved to make like maybe 5 different types of eggs tops.
Okay.
Like I don't think they're finding this egg and like, oh shit, this is a new one. I haven't studied this one.
Yeah.
I need to like hit the books and figure out how to ship
Come
this
in,
one.
analyze, print my egg.
Yeah, I think it
Right.
might have like genetically learnt what the different
So
styles
they can't do an egg with like the phase logo on it.
Awesome.
We haven't tried. This is
Okay, we'll look into
uncharted
that.
territory.
Okay.
There's all who knows.
Imagine if like that was a thing with people. Like if you were like a white woman and you grew up in a certain environment and then you had the child and the child wasn't white. You know what I mean? Is that the
Yeah,
same thing?
true. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to. This feels like a.
No, let's dive into this. So
No, they're like I'm not saying anything.
I know,
Yeah, yeah.
I know. But like, yeah. Well, technically, because if you're growing up in an environment that surrounds you with types of people, you're more likely to be attracted to that type of person, which means you're more likely to have a child with that type of person.
I guess,
which
but that's
means
not-
your child is more likely to look like the type of people you grew up with.
It's not what I
True.
mean. It's not what I mean.
So you want immaculate conception, so a woman to
I'm not
be
saying
pregnant
immaculate.
without. Okay.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
A relevant father, she gets pregnant, and because she surrounds herself with like I don't know burly men, she like births like a fucking fit freak, no matter who the father
That
was.
would- yeah.
There'd be a
call him
whole like
freak.
industry for that. There'd be like, come let us hang out with your pregnant wife, so your baby's cooler.
we export like a group of massive jacked dudes to hang out with your pregnant
please
wife.
hang out with my wife. No,
I'm
no,
desperate.
this does not make me horny. I promise.
Unless some rich guy's got like LeBron James and like Steph Curry like hang out with his pregnant wife.
That's awesome. Yeah, we should try that business model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He comes out looking like Neon, the streamer. You'd be like, fuck.
Yeah, it's like a whole new type of cheating. Who the fuck did you hang out with while you were pregnant?
Yeah.
I learned some animal stuff over the weekend as well.
Mm.
I went and saw cheetahs
Wow.
at the zoo.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
They're my favorite animal.
And I learned that when a cheetah is born and it grows up to being older than a year, it either finds 2 of its brothers, or if it doesn't have any brothers, it just goes and finds 2 other lads.
Whoa.
And those 3 form what's called a coalition.
Damn.
And they're bonded for life.
Gangster
They
coalitions.
they travel around as a little like lad troop.
Wow.
And they go find other ladies, and then whoever's the dominant one, they bang the lady and the other one just watch.
What the fuck?
What the
Okay.
hell?
It was
This
cool.
sucks.
It was cool. It was the coolest thing I'd ever heard until then.
I was
I'm just thinking like we're kind
nature
of,
is ordained to be a perfect like
Lad culture.
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking like we're kind of like a coalition. you know?
Well,
Well, okay.
Just lads
Yet to be
bond.
I would have
decided.
agreed 90% of that, but
Well, there's a potential I'll agree that we're a coalition, but that's a very there's a very specific like outcome that would require me to agree.
Look, it's
Sure.
not the banging isn't important. The point
I
is,
think it's very important.
Yeah,
point is
kind
they're
of.
bonded for life.
okay.
Okay, well, are you gonna? Okay, let's say you bond with your 2 best homies,
Yep.
Yeah.
but one of them gets to fuck everyone.
And you have to watch.
And you
You
have to
can
watch.
never.
Well,
You
they
can never-
don't bang everyone. They just. I mean, actually, I didn't ask I should have asked the travel guide person, but
Yeah.
Zookeeper.
yeah, they told us that they find a lady, and the most dominant out of the 3 of them gets to bang the lady. And then I guess in my brain I was like, oh, that's cool. And then they're paired up, then they all go find another one, and then the next dominant
yeah,
go.
I
But I'm assuming
don't
that's
think
actually
so.
maybe not how
I
it
think it's
works.
like a natural selection type of thing. It's like whoever's stronger, whoever's faster, whoever's bigger
Yeah.
is the one that has the sex and leads to the poor children.
Yeah, I guess
And
so.
who are stronger, bigger.
They're just
faster.
kind of they're guiding their boy. They're like, our boy here has the best genetics.
But imagine being
Yeah.
okay. Let's imagine you've been abandoned by your 2 brothers, and you're
Yeah.
looking for a group, and you're just trotting along. You're finding your group. You
Yep.
see 2 silhouettes of some cheetahs off in the distance. You're like, I found my boys.
Yeah.
You go up, and they're just fucking handsome ass cheetahs.
Yeah.
You go,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, damn
I'm
it.
committed to a life of cuckoldery.
They're like, hey man, we're looking for a third.
You're like, oh fuck.
Damn it.
I've been running for days. Oh shit. I
Yeah, they're-
guess.
and they're-
guess.
And they're excited to see you. You're like, fuck.
They're like, come
This
on,
is just the
join
guy
us,
we're looking
join
for.
us, join us.
Please join us, please. Yeah.
That's
I don't know. I
funny,
thought the
yeah.
coalition thing was sweet. but
It is. The banging really ruins
the
it, but
banging ruins it.
yeah.
I like animals that bond for life. There's
Yeah.
like a group. There's a few animals, not that I can think off the top of my head, but that like mate for life. It's like, this is
Lobster?
gangster. Do
Yeah.
lobsters mate for life? Lobsters also, are they the ones that live forever?
yeah, but they grow out of their shells. They have to
and then
find
they-
new shells.
Wow.
Well, yeah, they don't technically have the DNA to age,
Oh.
so that they could never die of what we classify as old age. They
Right.
always just die from external means or from them outgrowing their shells.
Asphyxiated in their shell. Have you heard of the concept of king lobster?
No.
No, is this like the oldest lobster of all time?
So
sort
this
of
is
thing?
at the bottom of the ocean. There's a lobster that keeps finding a bigger shell, and he's like, because they never stop growing.
Whoa.
Are they bigger?
So so lobsters never stop growing. They have to like change their shell or something. And so there's the concept of the king lobster.
Just
which-
a massive.
It's like the
Yeah,
guy
okay.
from oh, that's a hermit crab. Never mind. I was gonna say the thing
Mr.
from
Krabs.
Moana,
yeah, the shiny
the
guy.
shiny guy that sings
I don't.
songs.
It might not be king lobster because I'm trying to think. Like lobsters don't really find a shell.
Yeah,
know,
The
like-
Rat King.
Rat King's very different.
It's kind of
Yeah.
different to rat king, but in a similar sense of like it's a big
It's
about
dominant.
big thing.
Well, Rat King's a collection of rats.
Yeah, Ratsghetti.
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 Hold on to that. Censor that. We'll use that another.
What?
Ratsghetti. We'll trademark that eventually.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
we should.
We've said it a lot though, not on the podcast, but just in real life.
Yeah, have we
Yeah.
ever like talked about Ratsghetti?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, careful what you're saying here. Like, this is gold.
We're,
Do you wanna
like,
This is gold.
we're leaking like a patent material
Yeah.
before it's been
We'll
approved.
use this eventually,
Do
dude.
you want to explain what it is then?
I
I,
think he
I
does.
forgot.
You
forgot?
Isn't it just like... Okay,
I wasn't even
go.
there, and I know why Ratsghetti.
We couldn't remember the name for Rat King.
They're at a
Oh,
quiz
yeah.
night.
Oh, yeah.
So Rat King is the concept of a bunch of mice that are all like
Rats.
living rats.
It's
Sorry.
in the name.
It's the concept of a bunch of rats living on top of each other in the sewers, and they get all tangled in each other's tails. So they all get globbed together, and it's like a bowl of like squirming rats. And it's called the Rat King, and it's gross and disgusting and very real.
Yeah, very real.
And we can remember the name of it, so I think John came up with the name.
Ratsghetti, yeah.
Ratsghetti.
I thought that... I mean, it could be the name. Why not?
I think
Looks like,
it's
it looks
better
more
than
like...
Rat-
Dude, it looks like more like a bowl of spaghetti than a guy with a
Do you think
crown.
they came up with the name of it before, like spaghetti?
You think Rat Kings were around before spaghetti?
Spaghetti, yeah.
Who knows?
I know. I agree because spaghetti, I don't think was that well known until like early 1900s.
Oh, really? Yeah, but who would have named it Rat King before, like the internet age?
I mean,
Before
the
kings.
plague and stuff, right? Was around this like the
True.
1700s.
There were probably Rat Kings everywhere in the
Yeah.
plague.
Can you imagine someone's like, I made this great new dish out of wheat and flour. What shall we name it? And they're like, kind of looks like that rat thing. That rat kind of looks like that rat skinny.
We shall name it spaghetti.
Yeah, spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
True.
So, recently you guys would have seen a lot of talk about it, but the Oscar nominations came out.
Mm.
So
They
I have gone on and I have sourced all the nominations for the Oscars. I've skipped some categories that we don't care about,
Yep.
and I want us to discuss and who we think should win.
Nice. Good
Or
call.
we can like say who we think should, and then
Yep.
who we think will.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
I think they're different.
haven't seen the Amelia Juarez film.
Neither have I. So we can
What the fuck?
pretend it doesn't
Have you,
exist.
do you know about this?
Amelia who?
So it's a film that's come out that's just sweeped the Oscar nominations. It's nominated for like so many different awards. It broke records for the amount of things it's nominated for.
Right.
And like I saw the trailer 2 weeks ago before the nominations came out, and I was like, "What is this movie about?" Like I'm
Yeah.
not sure. It's
It's by a
Selena
French-
Gomez speaking
By a
Spanish or
French
something.
director on Netflix, starring Zoe Saldana,
Right.
and it's like apparently a really experimental kind of art cinema thing. So all the critics love it, but the audience score is real poo poo. Like I was
Oh,
looking
right.
at Rotten Tomatoes today, critic score 74%.
Yep.
It's like pretty good. That's like certified fresh.
Yep.
I fucking hate Rotten Tomatoes, but I look at it sometimes.
Yeah.
Certified fresh, and then audience score of 23.
Wow.
So
She
critics like it.
They didn't get it.
I don't get it.
Zoe Saldana seems to get in like every movie that gets massive.
Every big movie.
Yeah, she's in like the biggest.
She's
movies ever.
in like the top 3 highest grossing movies of all time.
Yeah,
because she was in
crazy.
Avatar and then Avengers. So
Yeah.
she's clean
The
sweep.
Terminal.
Is she in the
She's
terminal?
in the Terminal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Okay,
You know, is
so-
his name Diego Luna?
Yeah,
is he the guy
Rogue
from
One guy.
Rogue One?
Yeah. Him and Zoe Saldana get together in the terminal.
Oh, nice.
Spoilers for
Ah.
the terminal. The greatest movie ever made. You should have watched it by now.
Yeah, fuck.
All right. I'm going. So they're kind of ordered from most important to least important. So I'm going to start with the least important ones, and we can
Right.
build our way
Fair
to
enough.
best picture. So the first category I want us to discuss is visual effects. We all studied a uni course that had visual effects as a strain, and
Sure,
none of
yeah,
us
we
did
did.
it.
It wasn't fun.
The
Yeah.
nominees: Alien Romulus. Have any of you seen that?
Yes, that wins.
Better Man,
Monkey movie.
monkey movie with the hand jobs.
Yeah.
Dune Part 2,
Heard of it?
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, or
Other
Wicked.
monkey movie. So it's a couple of monkey
Couple of
movies.
monkey movies, and then I haven't. I'll be honest. I've seen one or two of these movies: Dune Part 2 and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
There is
Right.
monkeys in Wicked as well.
Is there monkeys in Wicked?
There's animated monkeys in Wicked because
Well, there was in Oz.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they're in Wicked as well.
Oh, nice.
I don't think Wicked will win.
I don't think so
I
either.
don't
Shouldn't.
think it's known for its visual effects, unless maybe there's like some really niche visual effects we're not aware of, and maybe that means they've done it really well. But I don't know, something like Alien Romulus. You were pretty confident that would win when I brought it up.
Well, now I think it's just a very nice movie. There was there was one scene of bad deep faking, which made
Do you think that would tank its possibilities to win?
possibly, but the alien is scary.
The alien. Have you seen the guy who plays the alien? He's like an ex basketball player. He's like this 7 foot something, really skinny guy.
Yeah,
He looks terrifying.
yeah, horrifying.
Anyway, I think I
looks so
like
gross.
June Part 2 a lot. I
Okay.
don't know if I've expressed it on the channel before, but I'm a big June Part 2.
Over one.
Yeah, Part 2
Respect.
is so much better.
Okay.
Part 2 is
Right.
like Part 2 makes up for you having to have watched Part 1.
Okay.
You're like,
Okay.
oh, I sat through Part 1 and now I get to watch absolute fucking cinema. This
Nice.
is awesome.
Okay.
I don't think that we should sleep on the War of the Planet of the Apes, though.
Kingdom.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
That was very good. That was just very early in the year, and I
Yeah.
know that the Oscars are quite biased on when the movie came out,
Yeah.
and, like relevance, and also like technology is increasing so quickly that if you had released a movie at the start of the year, it's probably going to have better CGI if you'd released it a year, like 9 months later, even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could say that, but I definitely think the monkeys were better in the Planet of the Apes movie than the monkey in Better Man, you know?
Yeah,
It is-
I don't think anyone's arguing for Better Man. I don't think anyone's arguing for that.
It is
I
awesome
think-
that got nominated. There,
Yeah.
respect. Yeah.
I think June Part 2 or Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes
Yeah.
would be my 50-50, and I'm leaning towards June.
Yeah, I could see June's just sweeping.
June's just a fucking spectacle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of... Obviously, there's a lot of effects in Wicked, but it wasn't a movie that I walked out of and said, whoa, the effects were crazy. It was a movie I walked
Yeah.
out and I was like, that's exactly the movie that I expected it was going to be in terms of like...
Visuals.
Yeah, in terms of like the way they did the magic, the animation, the whatever. I think that what I've heard about June Part 2 is like breathtaking.
I think the thing with June Part 2 over Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was amazing looking at doing the monkeys. It was really good at doing monkeys and then like building the environment around them.
There's a lot of monkeys.
Whereas June Part 2 just had so much variation in effects. Like you go to a different planet and the whole like visual style changes and the whole style of effects changes. You go like all these different types of creatures. You've got like macro shots on like tiny little robots. You've got like, I don't know, there was just so much variation on how the effects were used in combination with practical and in combination with like live action footage that I feel like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is got really good computer generated effects.
Yeah.
But I think visual effects as a category in the Oscars, I think it more over encompassing of like practical, the integration of CG with live action.
Right.
So I don't know. That's where I sit, and I think June Part 2 does it more effectively.
Right.
What you said about Planet of the Apes, I would give the same. I would give the same comment to the lady who gives the hand job in Better Man. Really good at doing the monkeys.
I like how you had to you like had waited for me to finish my spiel to say the jokes. You had to
Yeah.
classify where the where the punchline had come from.
I was like, this is a perfect thing to slot in. All right, Jock's going to talk for another 2.5 minutes.
I'm skipping a couple because there's too many nominated that I don't think we've seen.
Yeah.
You don't know what I've seen.
All right, let's do sound.
Okay. I've heard.
A complete unknown. You guys seen it?
Not yet.
Exactly. June Part
No
2.
interest.
You guys seen it?
Nah,
I've heard it's good.
not yet.
Amelia Perez. You guys seen it?
What's that one?
Wow.
The Wild Robot
That's
You
the one
guys-
James worked on. Shout out James.
and
J-Mo.
Wicked again.
I've seen that one. There's songs in that one.
There
Music.
is
struck
songs
out on
in
that one.
Wicked. That's why I didn't really want to. I think we skipped that because
Who did the
Fox
soundtrack?
Sound.
Did Hans Zimmer
I've seen
do
one of those
Did
movies.
Hans Zimmer do Dude?
No. Ludwig Göransson.
Oh,
did-
Ludwig Göransson. Yeah,
Like,
give
yeah.
it to him.
Give it to him. He
Next.
deserves it.
Yeah.
He worked with Gambino.
Sorry. Let's do actor in a supporting role.
Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain. Sorry, do you want to
Let me
read
go
the
through
note?
the
Do you wanna-
things before I agree with you. Yora Borisov in Anora.
Okay.
Kira Culkin in A Real Pain.
Real.
Edward Norton in A Complete Unknown.
Go.
Guy Pearce in The Brutalist. Did
Crazy.
not know he was in that.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice. So for complete transparency,
Succession,
I've only
guys.
seen A Real Pain.
Me too.
So, and judging by the Golden Globes wins, I think Kieran Culkin just wins.
He's incredible. in
He's
that movie.
really good in The Real Pain. And
What's it about?
it's Jesse Eisenberg who's written a story about two brothers re-exploring their grandmother's Jewish roots in Poland, and it's based on his real grandparents and his real family's history with the Holocaust and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's him and his brother. Oh,
Cousin-
sorry, him and his
cousin.
cousin. Sorry, like rediscovering their connection and kind of I don't know, bonding, but also finding out why they're different on a trip to Poland where they do like a historical tour of their Jewish heritage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think what's so compelling about Kieran Culkin's performance is that he's such a weird, complex character because he's so suave and cool, and like he meets like the people on. They're on like a tour, and he meets the people, and he like instantly gels with them, and he's like chatting to them, whatever. And then there's other times where he's like yelling and crying at like how emotional and serious this moment is, and we need to appreciate the moment we're in. And it's like the level of like not caring enough that you can say what you want and be who you are, but caring so much about things that are important and the things. And it's like a really crazy dichotomy of character that I think Kieran Culkin does exceptionally well.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
amazing in it. It's like 1 second you're like laughing and you're like, this guy's so much fun, and then the next you're like, holy, he's like a really damaged person. You can see he does it all through his portrayal. It's amazing.
Yeah. That's cool.
The whole time you just want to be him so bad.
Yeah, and then you don't. You're like, oh wait, I don't. But yeah, he. Did you hear about his audition process? How he got the role?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He,
it's
like,
so
did it
funny.
or something.
He didn't audition for it. He just got asked by Jesse Eisenberg if he wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And then Kieran Culkin's like, wow, that's like, it feels really good to be appreciated for my work, and I love the idea of working on this film with you. So he accepts it. Later on, he like tries to pull out, but gets to like Emma Stone comes along, who's a producer, and
Right.
forces him to do it. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is when he finally met Jesse Eisenberg when they're about to shoot, he was like, oh, so like what of my work had you seen that made you think you want to like work with me and have me in this role that you've written, your movie? He's like, I've never seen anything you've been in. He like solely cast him off a recommendation from his sister.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's funny.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I saw in another interview he talked about that he hasn't worked with Jesse Eisenberg, but he tried out for a role in a movie where I think it was called Adventureland. I haven't actually seen it, but in the
Oh, is that the? Yeah, I think. Wait, that Jesse Eisenberg
Yeah.
got? I have seen it.
and in the audition process, the character Kieran Culkin was playing is supposed to like punch Jesse Eisenberg's character in the nuts and then like hold them down or something. And none of the other people that auditioned actually punched him in the nuts. But then Kieran Culkin came in and he just actually grabs him in the nuts, and then he's like holding him down, and they had to call. They were like, stop, you have to stop. And he was like, oh, what did I do a good job? Like,
Was that good?
I don't think he got the role.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
think he did. I'm skipping actress in a supporting role, not because we're sexist, but because we haven't seen any of the movies.
What are they?
Complete Unknown, Wicked, The Brutalist, Conclave, and Amelia Perez.
I've seen Wicked, and is it Ariana Grande?
Yeah.
She was good, but I feel like the other ones are
Well,
more
that's right. We don't really have a lot we can say
Movie
about it
movies.
because we haven't seen.
like I feel like she does a good performance in terms of like a musical performance, but like in terms of compelling narrative character, I think that there's probably better options.
Yeah. So I'm going to go into actor in a leading role because this is probably one we've heard more news about these movies. Me personally have not seen any of them.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
probably should have preempted the guys to say I was going to do this little quiz and myself so we could go out and watch the movies. But anyway,
We should go see Amelia Perez after this.
I wish I could. Actor in a leading role. Adrian Brody in The Brutalist. Timothy Chalamet in A Complete Unknown. Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing. And Ralph Fiennes, Conclave, and Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice. So I'm basing it purely off
Which
their
guy
appearances on Graham Norton and any marketing I've seen for the movie and which guy I like.
Yeah.
I think Graham Norton should win.
True.
There's a few interesting facts about this one I know about. So Timothy Chalamet is now he's tied with James Dean of having the most actor nominations before you turn 30.
Wow.
Whoa.
And if he wins this, he'll be the youngest actor to win an Oscar of all time.
Wow.
The
Really?
youngest before him, a competitor nominee, Adrian Brody.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
he also won it at 29, but a couple months older. So Timothy Chalamet, if he wins this, he wins it by like a couple months.
Wow.
Damn.
So
How old is Timothy Chalamet?
29.
Really?
Is that older or younger than what
I
you
thought he would be like 27. I
Yeah.
guess it's not that much different,
I'm
but
pretty sure that's right. I'll
Makes
quickly
sense.
fact check it, but that's what TikTok told me.
that's cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think there's a lot of hype around Timothy winning it, just because everyone would loved his Bob Dylan performance.
Yep.
But there's a lot of like really good actors in there, like Coleman Domingo. Yeah, he's 29. Coleman Domingo. Do you guys know the movie Sing Sing?
I
No.
don't. I only know Coleman Domingo from the
Actors
actor on Actors with Kieran Culkin.
Yeah. So Coleman Domingo, he's in this movie called Sing Sing, which is about a bunch of prisoners.
Oh, there's a jail called the Sing Sing Jail. Yeah.
And they like
Right.
sing songs as like a form of rehabilitation.
Yeah.
But part of the process of making this movie is that majority of the people in it aren't actors. They're actual like serving prison.
Yeah.
Prison, like, what do you call them? Prison mates?
Inmates.
Inmates, sorry.
Yeah.
That's the word. And so I think, part of it, you can give them some credit for acting alongside people that aren't actors.
Yeah,
That
that's
won't
cool.
help with your performance, but he obviously has done a good enough performance to be nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah. I do know the Sing Sing prison jail, whatever, is the one that a big part of it is acting school, and a lot of the actors that are in The Sopranos came from being actual Italian
Oh, really?
gangster dudes who went to Sing Sing and got acting school lessons through that, and then
Oh,
got
wow.
out and started acting in
Wow.
Sopranos.
Also,
Yeah,
is the movie about that? I assume it's about the prison then.
it's a real prison in like New York. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. It's cool.
Do you think that there's like there's some sort of loophole you could do where you like?
Do a petty crime.
I was gonna say you can't afford acting school, so you shoplift one time, go to acting school
acting
in
school.
prison, and then you come out. And like,
So with Dominic Fike,
well, yeah, Dominic Fike. That's why he's
that's how we
in.
got in
True.
Euphoria.
It is also, quick side note, in Sopranos it is really funny because it's super authentic. Like they get actual guys who are actual well-known New York Italian gangsters are like main cast in Sopranos. Like Paulie is like a well-known.
I don't know why I put it down. I had more
Wow.
things to say.
It's like the main cast. One of the main characters, Paulie, was just like an Italian gangster before The Sopranos.
It's crazy. He's just doing his own thing. He's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
acting.
Yeah.
Born to play this role.
Yeah.
And it is funny just like watching the show and that it's so like authentic, like everything's made to feel so real. And then like season 5, episode 1, Steve Buscemi shows up and is supposed to be Tony Soprano's first cousin, also called Tony. So it's just like, all right, there goes.
What are we doing
There
here?
goes that.
I didn't
Yeah.
think Steve Buscemi was in.
He shows up and he's like, oh, my first cousin who I see all the time, Tony Soprano.
That's like in Always Sunny. I know that it was a bit different, but when Danny DeVito shows up and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, I'm your dad.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, now we can look at bestest movie. Bestest movie of the year.
Bestest movie. I forgot they added that category.
Where is it? Sorry.
While Jock says that, I want to steal.
I found it. Sorry.
Alright, you could have just waited.
Best picture.
Alright.
These are the nominees: Anora, The Brutalist.
Is that Enola Holmes?
Anora.
Yeah, Nola Holmes too.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, Enola
too,
Holmes
yeah.
with
Henry Cavill, Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown.
The other one.
Yeah.
The
the guy.
Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, June Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys. Well, it's like Nickelback.
True.
They're boys.
The movie.
The Substance and Wicked.
Wow. Did these fuckers watch 8 movies? Call it a day.
It's so rich from us. Eh? Go to the
I haven't seen
background
any of them.
box and I've watched 21 and 22 Jump Street this year.
Where's Sonic 3, man?
I watched
True.
Baby Driver again last night. Like it's not,
Hell yeah.
I'm not.
Sonic
haven't
3
been
was so
watching new
good.
Shit, unfortunately. But no, based on vibe, we'll vote based on vibe.
Yeah, pure vibe. Substance.
Substance, gotta win.
You've actually seen it, eh?
Not yet.
Oh, I thought you had.
Friends
I'm like,
have seen it.
I'm going to watch
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah.
I think A Complete Unknown or June Part 2. That's my vibe pick.
Right.
I feel like
Or
June
the
Part-
Brute. June Part 2 is fucking
They've
June-
got it, yeah.
everyone was talking about June, but like everyone was talking about The Substance. The Substance came out and everyone was like, "Holy, have you seen this? This is crazy."
Yeah,
you have to watch it.
I think this is a symptom of echo chambers on internet because I heard nothing about The Substance until I saw my friends like review it on Letterboxd and I went, "Oh, what's this?" And then I started getting flooded with
Oh,
everything.
really?
But
Yeah,
when June Part 2 came out, that was
Yeah.
everything I saw.
Inescapable.
Yeah. So like for me, obviously because I was more of a June fan, I was fed June Part 2 is great. June Part 2 is great. Whereas
Yeah.
like you guys who don't care as much for June didn't get that subliminal messaging.
Yeah,
I do think June's more of like the big blockbuster that like
But
they're
that
trying to
doesn't
get
always
back.
win.
Yeah, but like all like the quality blockbuster, like
Yeah.
it's a blockbuster that's like reminiscent more of like old Spielberg stuff rather than recent
Yeah,
Marvel. like,
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. It's like, yeah, the blockbuster is like, it's kind of like I wouldn't want to say Avatar, but it's kind of like that sort of,
Yeah.
where it's obviously a lot of money's behind it. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's like a spectacle.
And quality.
it brings people to the cinema, but it's not part of a huge franchise
Yeah.
yet, at least.
Dune is kind of like Avatar.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like almost people, but they're aliens. You know,
yeah, I guess.
and like instead of being blue, it's yellow. You know,
yeah. Yellow?
yeah, the sand.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
yellowy.
I was
Seen
going to
the
say the
sand?
people aren't yellow.
Yeah. Depends who you ask.
Yeah, I don't really like sand movies.
Yeah.
Don't like sand movies,
really
do you?
sad movie
Oh, that's
guy.
funny.
Oh yeah, classic.
Classic. A bit that no
Episode
one's
0.
seen.
Yeah, we could have just done the bit, man.
Episode
I
0.
forgot what the bit was, though.
Yeah, whatever.
Anakin.
Anyway, I had set up another game for us to play, and in the median.
Wait,
of-
so what did we decide was best picture?
Oh,
Dune?
sorry, June or
I'll say
I think a complete unknown. I just think because of the hype around
Really?
it, or maybe the Brutalist. But the Brutalist is getting some backlash for use of AI.
yeah.
Mm.
So it's hard to say.
It's
but
too long.
I don't know. A complete unknown, from what I've heard, is amazing. But
Yeah, I
it
think
seems like
haven't heard
Oscar bait. It
June
seems
or
like
Substance.
the perfect thing that would win an Oscar.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Timothy Chalamet's in both of them, so I don't care. Either one.
I can see him winning actor, but I don't know about best film itself.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just give it to
Yeah.
Amelia Perez and let's move on.
Yeah.
Give it to Nickelback.
Yeah.
Then we'll
Nickelback
move
should win. Yeah, Nickelback the movie.
Oh, that's
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sam, do you like Nickelback? No. Oh, Sam said he doesn't like Nickelback.
Why not?
Emo War.
True.
Um,
You get an emo era?
no.
Damn, okay, we'll look into that.
He's like, Sam just said,
As far as we know.
for the
Oh,
people that
Sam
couldn't
didn't
hear
say
it, he said something about Jock being emo.
Okay.
Welcome back.
What? We're cutting that?
So
man,
I had
there
a
was some really
game-
funny stuff just there.
I had a
Yeah.
game that I wanted to bring in, but I've realized in the process of creating the game, because I spent like hours last night creating it, and then coming
Oh.
here, we can't do it.
Oh, man.
Because I had gone online and I'd compiled 15-second snippets from soundtracks from movies, and we were going to guess what movies they were from.
Okay.
Whoa.
Copyright is an issue I hadn't thought of before I
Okay,
created the game,
yeah.
and then I spent today figuring out what movie OSTs are under copyright and whatnot, and then I just gave up.
Maybe you could like sing them instead.
I did think about that, but the group I had compiled wasn't really catering towards that. Or what we could do is I say the movie and you sing the theme, and we'll see if you get it right.
Okay,
Right.
that could be kind of crazy.
Anyway, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But next
Never
time I'll
mind.
figure out how the game
We'll figure out
works.
the
Eventually,
logistics.
be excited for when this comes to 3
Yeah.
I'll figure it out
Yeah.
eventually.
Thanks
Get
for
ready.
bringing it up, Jock.
It's all right. Well, I
Thanks for bringing
thought I
up
just
this game
wanted
you
to
can't
prove
play.
I'd done some work, I guess.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
nice.
true.
Let him sit with it, and
Yeah.
next week, guys.
Next week.
Do you use your phone while you're pissing?
Depends.
If you're standing, one hand's on the junk, the other hand, do you hold your phone?
If I've already had my phone in my hand, I'm not taking the effort to put it in my pocket to piss.
Really?
If I'm home. If I'm home and I'm like on the couch watching TikTok or like watching a YouTube video on my phone, I walk into the bathroom. I've got I can prop it up. I usually prop it up on the bathroom like edge.
Nice.
I'm not pissing on my phone.
Yeah, no. So you're so like
I'm so locked in.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're so like TikTok brain
That's one way to
peeled
put it.
that you have to be consuming content while you're pissing.
Well, I'd be missing something if I wasn't.
True.
Yeah, okay.
Locked in.
What if they said something really cool right when I was pissing?
Yeah.
You could pause it.
Yeah, but then I'm with my thoughts. Who would want that?
Yeah. I don't know, because a friend of mine brought up a hypothetical, and the hypothetical was based on that everyone holds their phone in their hand while they're pissing,
Oh, really?
and I was like, this is an insane thing, an
Such a-
insane person thing
Such
to
a
do.
weird thing to bring up I did this last week, I guess, but bring up a hypothetical that is just really niche, but you don't really think it's niche.
No, yeah, well, I guess he just assumed that everyone is just like on their phone while they're pissing.
Right.
And I was like, that's an insane thing. But his hypothetical was you're pissing in a toilet and you're holding your phone with one hand, you're wee with the other one.
You're better man.
Penis.
Yep. You're better man, yeah.
Yeah.
You're animated monkey.
You're animated monkey.
And
Yeah.
the lid,
And you're holding your balls as well.
the, the lid starts falling down, right?
Oh, okay.
Now, what do you have like 3 options? What do you do?
How do you stop it?
Yeah. Do you release the
Jump
phone,
down on my head and try to headbutt the thing.
dive straight in,
dive straight.
Bite into the
piss in your mouth?
piss in your own mouth.
Yeah.
Let the thing.
Like, oh well, the toilet's of no use anymore. Straight up it goes.
Yeah. So what would you do in that situation, John?
All right. So hold on. I need to visualize. So the lid's falling.
Yep.
And I'm
You're
scrolling.
pissing and scrolling.
And holding your better man. Which
Holding
hand
the
are you
better man.
scrolling with and which hand are you pissing with?
Lefty's holding, right hand scrolling.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Lid starts to fall. I think I would just let the lid fall. And honestly, it's shameful, but I'll probably redirect stream just like onto the wall or
You
something.
just piss all over the wall. Wouldn't you
I
just
think
piss on
I'm
the
being
seat?
real.
Piss on the toilet.
Look, I'm being real here. Like I'm not proud of it. Like I think that's what would happen.
In the moment, your instinct is just go, oh.
Yeah, it's like when you
Turn away.
Yeah.
You're scared. You're like, oh, I can't piss on the toilet. What the hell?
Because, like, you know, they say instinctively when you're driving a car and something's coming, like an
you gotta
animal,
swerve.
Yeah.
your brain just goes swerve. Your brain doesn't go hit
Yeah.
brakes.
Yeah,
Your brain
yeah.
goes swerve.
Yeah.
So I think in this situation, I would swerve.
You're pissing
Purely
all
based
over
on
the wall.
instinct.
Yeah.
Instinct is piss on wall.
Yeah. Because ideally, I would, like, throw the phone up, catch the lid, chuck it back, catch the phone. But I'm being real here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think I would probably just without thinking, like, because I've got my phone, I'm scrolling. Bye. I'm scrolling. I said bye.
I thought I was not meant to be there. I thought it was going to be like an object. I'm going to do some good edits.
It did
It's all
last
good,
week.
they can't hear you. Can't hear you insult me.
Sam just asked to be edited out, I think.
He didn't.
Oh.
You said zoom in.
I think I'm holding my phone with one hand,
Yeah.
holding my little fella with the other.
Yeah.
You're better,
think,
man.
I think I'm holding my phone with my left, peeing with my right.
Okay.
Oh,
think.
because you're, okay, respect.
I think that's how I'm working. And the toilet's fallen. Toilet seat's tumbling. I make split-second decision. I got to stop it with my hand that I'm holding the phone with. knock the phone out of my hand. It lands in the toilet. I'm now pissing on
On
my
your
phone.
phone. Yeah.
And now, in a moment of panic, because I'm pissing on my phone, I start pissing on the floor, which inevitably is on my feet. And I go, oh, shit, I'm pissing on my feet. And then I start to like move to try and avoid pissing on my feet, and I
Yeah.
slip, land on the back of my head,
Oh.
and I'm dead.
Okay. So that's what you
Fuck.
would.
That's what I would do.
That would
If
suck.
you were in that scenario.
If I was in
you
that
would-
scenario, that is what I would do.
It's a
But-
life or death scenario.
Honestly, what would be Jackson? What would be your reaction if we were told, okay, Jock's just died, he's dead, but then it would be like, no, it'd be, dude, I'd be sad as hell.
Yeah.
But then Jock's mum or whatever's crying, and she's like, we found him covered in his own piss.
His phone
Oh,
is in the toilet and he's covered in piss.
I feel like I know exactly how he died.
Yeah, there'd at least be a bit of a, because I'd be sad, but I'd be like,
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
good story to tell at the
Yeah.
eulogy.
yeah,
How sad do you have to be for someone's death for the funniness of how they died not to be funny?
I think it's a time
Yeah.
thing. Like it's got to be like after a while.
I do, yeah.
I don't know if I'm a psychopath. I reckon if someone really close to me had like died in a way like that, like slipped on their own piss,
Yeah.
and like was peeing on them while they died or something,
Yeah.
I would be like, holy shit, that's like terrible. Like that's really saddening, but it's a little funny.
Yeah.
I think I'd be,
Yeah.
maybe I wouldn't express that emotion, but I'd be aware.
Yeah.
of
Oh,
it
you'd
being
be
you
aware
would be
fully.
aware of how
Yeah.
bit funny it was.
But there's a big difference between being aware and like going to the funeral and being like, yo, that was hilarious.
Yes, yeah, I'm not expressing my
Yeah.
humor at the situation.
Yeah.
All right. So now I have a follow up question.
Yep.
Okay, sure.
So let's say Jock scenario happens,
And
but
I'm
he doesn't piss on the floor and slip over and die. He's pissing on his phone in the toilet, right?
Right.
You take it out,
Been there.
your phone's covered in
Been
piss.
there? Sorry.
I have actually, yeah. Go on.
Okay. So your phone's covered
We'll
in
come
piss,
back to
right?
this.
So you put it in rice, right? Because that's the sensible thing to do to fix the phone. Okay.
It's a myth.
Now
Anyway.
you put the phone in rice, whatever.
Found.
Now you take the phone out, regardless of whether or not it's working. Do you eat the rice? You know, because it's a lot of rice. It's a good
Yeah,
amount of
it's
rice.
A whole lot of rice, yeah.
It's like a few cups that could feed like a family.
Okay. Do I eat the
Would you eat the piss rice?
Toilet water piss rice.
Yeah.
Eat? Question mark.
It's your own piss.
I didn't get the sterilization process. Would it be,
Well, you are boiling it.
yeah. Does that fully
Perfectly
cleanse
fine.
it? Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
I don't know if it would still
no.
taste like piss.
That's not perfectly fine. I don't think.
Why not?
I don't think you can just boil piss and then go, "Oh, I'm drinking time."
What's left behind?
Well, it's all right. If there's a little bit of piss in there, it's all
It's
right.
not like boiling it off. It, like targets bad things and leaves all the good shit.
No, well, it gets rid of the watery bits. So
Yeah,
what's left
just
behind?
leaves the chemicals in piss. Like
Yeah.
the hard piss is hard.
Big yellow
Huh?
crystals.
For
on
all
the-
you
Hold
people
on.
who haven't,
Piss is hard?
Piss is hard. I
Really?
work at a restaurant. And
What?
there's-
You're pissing in the rice?
No, and we have a common problem that is a very common problem amongst public bathrooms, which is the urinal. If it's not constantly getting flushed out, all the hardness in your piss clogs the drains. Pee has so much sediment, so much like bits and
Yep.
pieces and
Oh,
shit and
fuck.
cum and bits and stuff
Yeah.
that it's hard.
I've
so I
seen
think,
I've seen them yellow crystals in the drain as well
Yeah,
at work.
okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think you could boil piss and drink it. I think if you could, that would be maybe Bear Grylls could because he's like
He loves it.
because he goes off camera and has tea and cookies. But
you see that? Yeah.
sorry,
See that time where he got which one? Scary Spice from the Spice Girls to piss on him?
yeah,
Yeah.
he had a
Whoa.
jellyfish sting.
Yeah. Oh
Little
no, I
beads
got
of piss.
stung. Oh
And he's like,
no.
oh no, I got stung. Someone's got to pee on me.
Oh no, I need the hottest Spice Girl to piss on me.
It only works if you're hot and shit.
yeah,
like
that's awesome.
Oh,
really
no.
pretty.
Wow.
Damn
Why
it.
can't he pee on his own leg?
That was the thing.
Okay.
He, like one, he could have just peed on his own leg, and two, pee isn't a good like. It works a little bit for jellyfish sting, but you're better off just using like a vinegar.
Yeah, but if you're in the wild, it's the best you got, you know?
Yes.
That's the point.
I do remember at one point someone like telling me that pee isn't actually like good for jellyfish stings. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if that's real or not.
I think that's legit. Yeah.
Maybe. Anyway, I want to circle back slightly. John, you dropped your phone in the toilet and pissed on it.
Well, I didn't piss on it, but yeah.
Is that all you're going to give us?
No, I was in like year 11 and I had my iPhone 6 in my you know how you have like a hoodie and you have like the fucking hand bits
Pockets.
pockets. And I had it,
I've heard of it.
I had my phone in there, and I pissed, obviously. And then I leant forward to do the flush, and it slipped out of the it slipped out of the footy hole and went straight into the
Out of
pee
your
pool.
green pockets.
Went into my green pool of piss, and then
Did you stick your hand in the piss pool?
Yeah.
what did I
What
do?
did you do?
But I did because the top half of the phone was sitting outside the
so you
piss.
could just pick
So I
it up
grabbed it.
lucky.
I was like that, and because it's my phone as well, it's like
You got to get it fast.
Yeah, quick,
You
you
don't
know?
have time to think.
yeah. And then I think I did chuck it in rice, and it did work for like a few more months, like a month or two. But then it really started. It just like died completely. Yeah. But yeah, a good month or two after
Could be
that. It
unrelated
was,
to the piss.
yeah, it could have just
Yeah, you
been.
don't know.
Wasn't
Yeah.
iPhone 6 in year 11?
Yeah.
They were getting old.
Yeah. Okay. Well, don't judge, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Old as hell, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't eat the rice?
No.
I'll give it a try.
I
wouldn't feed my family with it,
No.
but on my
Sure.
own.
My thought is if you've had the moment to go like, I'm going to put my phone in rice, you have more rice. You don't have the perfect amount of rice. You don't have like a bowl of rice left that you're like, oh, perfect. I was going to put my phone in this.
This is all the rice. This is all the rice.
I was gonna
I
piss in this anyway.
I was like, and also you're probably not in a situation where it's like, fuck, I've used my piss rice, and now I can't eat. I've got nothing else.
We should keep a stash of piss rice
Piss
just
rice.
in case.
Yeah.
Just not water phone rice, specifically for piss.
Do you think but the piss would disappear because the rice would absorb it, right?
Yeah, but then if you're eating the rice, it's got pee in it.
Yeah, I guess. Do you think it would like smell different?
Oh yeah.
Depends what you ate.
Have you ever pissed on a fire or been around someone who's
Yeah,
pissed on
it
a fire?
stinks.
No,
Really
I've
bad.
never pissed on
I've pissed
fire.
on a fire. There's a good video
Really
of me
bad.
pissing on a fire.
Okay,
Yeah.
Play it
we'll
right.
link that. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Do you think that you can you know how when you sniff something, like smell it,
Yep.
there's an amount of particles from the object you're sniffing
Oh, I
that
love this. I love where we're
goes
going with this question.
into your nose, correct?
Yes.
Like that's how you get
Yes,
the
that is
scent.
how scent works.
Is there a way that you could smell something
out
in
of
its
existence?
entirety?
Yes, I love this. I've
I'll keep sniffing until it's gone.
If you
I'm a-
smell an entire block of cheese, is it gone?
yes.
Really?
I am a stern believer that you can smell something till it's gone.
Do you reckon?
How else does scent work? Scent is merely particles entering your nose.
But that's like, dude, is there just so... But how long would you have to fucking spend doing it?
Oh, it's infinite amount of time.
Just spend a long
Okay.
time sniffing.
But
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I theoretically, surely.
Yeah. So I think it's like probably like equivalent to like the grains of sand on Earth. Like that type of situation.
Yeah,
Where it's just like...
as
probably.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like an impossible amount of time. Like
Right.
the sun will implode before you finish sniffing this block of cheese.
Right.
But
yeah.
like I genuinely,
possible.
unless
Okay.
for all the scent scientists out there, unless scent, yes, it's a particle, but it's a chemical reaction between the air and the surface of an object, and whether the scent you are getting is the air changing based on that chemical reaction, or the actual object is like emitting particles, because that would be different.
Well, I think about like the concept of half-life and like how stuff over time will degrade to like less of it.
Yeah.
Like and when I'm sniffing something, am I really changing the amount that I'm sniffing, or is it just emitting particles? Like it will emit particles anyway at a certain rate.
Yeah.
I could sniff all of the sniffable particles, but I'm not actively speeding up the sniff of the cheese.
But oh yeah, you're not speeding it up. You can't like your force of your sniff isn't bringing more smell out.
Yeah.
it is constantly emitting a scent, and you are just observing it by inhaling the particles.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, now that I've said that, does that mean objects are just constantly evaporating scent? If I pooed on the ground, it's very smelly. Lots of like the stink particles
Depends who you
coming.
ask.
Is that just over time just going to disappear because of the stink particles?
I have a very similar hypothetical that I've thought of.
Okay.
If, right, picture this.
If no observer is there to smell my shit, will it smell?
Picture this, right? Picture the Queen's still alive, okay? Rest in peace, the Queen.
Yeah.
And the Queen's coming to dinner and she knocks on the
Coming
door.
to dinner.
And right as she gets to the door, right, John rips a massive fart, okay? And we're like, we can't embarrass
Kills
ourselves
the
in front of the Queen. Can we sniff the entire fart out of the
Before-
room before the Queen gets here? Do you think we can smell a fart in its entirety before someone gets there to smell the fart?
There's gonna have to be a lot of cupcaking, I think.
We're gonna be grabbing.
You have to cupcake each other.
It's like
Scooping it out of the air.
I was thinking like Dumbledore in that one Harry Potter movie when he's gonna drink the stuff.
I thought,
Harry, I cannot. No, Harry, no.
Sniff the shit, Jock. You must sniff it.
I haven't seen Harry Potter, so I thought Dumbledore actually cupcaked Harry Potter. Yeah. Okay. Damn it.
No, but hypothetically, if you had enough people sniffing, you'd get all the particles, right?
That's crazy. That's really interesting, and I'm
Okay.
genuinely really curious. I want
Yeah.
to know how.
You want to try it out?
Yeah.
If we have John rip a fart,
All right, I'll
before
fart,
Sam
like
gets
Fart
it.
right now, and then
Alright.
before the end of the episode, we'll let
See
you
if
know
it's
if we've
gone.
sniffed it out of existence.
Well, because eventually it disappears.
Wouldn't it just be faster to just like, I don't know, run around in a circle and create wind to like disperse the smell around the room?
Like a fart tornado.
Yeah.
If John rips a fart and we start sprinting in circles and the queen walks in.
Is fart oxygen?
Fart is methane.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you breathe it in, what does it come out as?
Oh, like you're saying, are we going to double fart when it comes back?
Yeah, because when you breathe in oxygen, it comes out carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
Um,
So can you convert? If you just sniff my fart
you know
enough,
what? Your
can you convert it?
lungs.
Yeah.
This is why helium is potentially really dangerous because
Okay.
your lungs have the ability to alter what they're processing as a chemical when you breathe. So when you're breathing in oxygen, your lungs are like, yep, this is oxygen. I know what to do.
Yeah.
And when you start breathing in like helium, for example, helium's a lot heavier of an air or a lot heavier of a particle. And if you breathe it in, your lungs start to adjust and then start to absorb only helium.
Right.
So if you inhale way too much helium in a small period of time, like if you're like in a room that's entirely helium, your lungs will adjust to helium. And then if you try and breathe oxygen, you'll just fucking die.
Fuck yeah.
But you'll probably die before you have
Yeah.
to start breathing the oxygen because there's
You
no more
haven't
oxygen
breathed
in your
any
blood.
oxygen.
And you die. But theoretically, that's why if you like inhale helium really fast and too much of it, and then you start trying to breathe oxygen, you just fucking can't and you die.
Yeah.
I used to be terrified, yeah, because I heard that one person said like if you breathe too much helium, you die.
Yeah.
And anytime people were doing the like, you're sucking a helium
Yeah,
balloon,
yeah.
talking silly, I was like, I'm good. It's all right, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know what methane will do.
Yeah.
Did I say helium was heavier than air?
You did.
I meant
which thought was
lighter.
kinda crazy,
yeah, that was wrong. Sorry.
That's why the balloon floats.
Yeah, that's why it's less dense than air. Hence
Yeah,
the
if you-
floating.
If you are consuming like the stink and then passing the stink through you, does the stink
You
get
then stink
exponential?
more.
Like if me and John are locked in a room for days, right, Mr. Beast style, and we're
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
we're farting like crazy, yeah,
Because all he's fed you is beans.
yeah, and we're inhaling each
This
other's
is stuff that's already happened, by the way.
Yeah, this is last week. Me and John were in a room and we were inhaling.
Mr. Beast locked us in there.
We're inhaling each other's farts, yeah.
Yeah. So would our farts get exponentially stinkier because the air we've been breathing is stinky air and we're passing that stinky air through?
We're truly innovative and
Any-
really scientific on this show.
Any scientist, please get in contact.
we want a scientist on the show to answer all these
We
pressing
could-
questions.
I got some
for us.
science friends. We could ask them.
We could
I
get some
bring 'em in.
science friends on the show.
Yeah.
Imagine our first guest is a scientist,
True.
like a well-established scientist, and we're asking them,
Yeah.
"Can you smell away a fart?"
You know,
And does smelling fart make fart smellier?
There is maybe something to that because
Brother's been theorizing.
because I have a close friend who doesn't have a sense of smell,
Okay.
and when I hang out with him, he farts probably 5 times.
Yeah.
He constantly farts.
Okay.
I've known him for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Not one has smelt bad ever.
Whoa.
what?
Yeah.
What? It's like a cuckoo. If you smell bad smells, then you fart bad smells.
Yeah, because he does have no sense of smell. And every time he farts, and I yell at him, and I go, "Yeah, just because you can't fucking smell, like don't fart in the room." But then I go, "Hold on, it didn't actually."
Smell.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
But he's still inhaling the stink.
Yeah, I was gonna say all the chemicals are still operating within its body.
What's the
Right.
science? Like, why is he not smellable?
I don't know. I'm really curious, but he
He's got
doesn't
no
care.
nose?
He doesn't.
He doesn't care. What?
No, he said he found out when he was like 12 or something. Because like when he was a kid and people say, "You smell that?" he would just go, "Yeah," but he didn't know what smelling was.
Yeah, fair. That's a great point. I wouldn't even know. Yeah, I've actually got another thing to say.
Yeah,
On a
well,
science-based topic.
yeah. I just kind of obviously he knows what smells is, but I try to explain when I first met him. It's like kind of like, you know, you taste stuff on your tongue. It's like you do that, but with air.
Whoa.
That's so like a foreign concept.
That
That's like
is- yeah.
that's like describing like music to an alien.
Yeah.
You're like, they're just sounds we like.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
Alien coming with the seventh dimension. And it's like, you know how you see that thing?
Yeah.
It's like you could like taste it.
Yeah,
Mm.
And
it's like that
what?
thing. Yeah, that's crazy. He's just lacking a sense. Can he like see or hear better?
I don't know.
Is it like
He's got X-ray vision.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, he keeps talking about how small my cock is.
Yeah, how does he know?
No, I was gonna say I always had this like theory growing up. Well, not really. Yeah, I had this idea that what I see as the color green is different to what someone else sees as the color green. But I'm
Yeah.
just grown up knowing that that color is green, and
Yep.
you've grown up with that color being green.
Yep.
And I've always been fascinated by this idea. I have learnt that it is kind of not possible.
I thought that was true.
Well, there may be like very slight deviations, but the way we absorb color into our eyes using our cones, we got like 3 cones in our eyes that like absorb different types of color, and then like depending on how much of one color you absorb is what color you see, whatever. Unless there's some like process in our brain that goes on that could alter what those outputs are giving you, then everyone sees the same colors because
Wow.
light is operating the same way with the same eyes. But obviously, we don't know how consciousness works, so
Wow.
something could be happening.
Say that to the white and gold dress, bro.
Dude, yeah, I've never seen it black and blue.
I've
Yeah,
never seen it
neither.
black and blue.
got-
That's because our phone brightness has always been too bright when we've looked at it.
Well,
It's
maybe
a light.
Why you white and gold guy as well?
Yeah.
Respect.
Who's
Yeah.
not? If
Uh,
you're,
pe-
Respect.
it
People
also
are
looks
lying,
bad
dude.
as a blue and black dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look good.
And people are like, oh, well, like, you're wrong. It is a black and blue dress. And I was like, no, but it's not.
The picture.
You can show me the picture of the black and blue dress. It's not.
You can
dude.
show
Yeah.
me the
Believe
photo
me.
with the brightness turned down, and I'll go, yeah, I see black and blue. But
Yeah.
turn it back to the original, and it's white and gold. I'm sorry.
See, I can't trick my brain into seeing the black and blue at all.
Oh, really?
I don't get it.
That's like Yanni and Laurel.
Yeah.
It's like the audio thing. Have you heard of Yanni
I have.
and Laurel?
And yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
What do you mean?
Because people are like, are they saying Yanni or Laurel? Yanni's not a word.
Well,
they're not saying Yanni.
both.
They're both names, aren't
They're
they?
just saying Laurel. Yanni's not a name.
Yeah, it
They're
is.
saying both at the same
I know
time.
a Yanni.
You know in Yanni?
Yanni means John in Greek.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Or Johnny,
I
sorry.
thought they were saying the same thing. They were saying the 2 words at the same time at different frequencies. Whatever you tune into is what you hear. Not frequency, sorry. Pitch.
I don't think they're saying them both. I think they just said one thing and people heard it different, right?
Oh, because I can I can be listening to it and I can hear Yanni or hear Laurel,
Yeah, if
just
you-
depending
if
on
you-
what you read.
Yeah.
It's like I think there's a similar one where some guy says like brainstorm.
Brainstorm.
Green needle. Yeah.
Yeah. That one's really cool because it's like completely different. Like even
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. No, it's funny you talk about scent and smelling because that was literally the one thing I had to talk about this week.
Oh, awesome.
Wow.
It was so I was watching a Theo Von podcast.
Okay.
You're a big Theo Von head.
Am I?
I'm discovering. I feel like you've brought him up on here before.
Have I? I do. He's funny. Yeah.
I think we talked about it. Like we weren't even on pod. We were
Oh,
just
maybe
chatting
we were
about
off
it.
pod.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, but oh, is he? Yeah, he's right. But
If he does anything politically charged in the future, we do not condone politically motivated moves.
yeah, this was pre-inauguration.
I was gonna say he was at the he was at the Trump administration, right?
Yeah,
Well, that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, that was
this
pretty-
was recorded
way
pre-
ahead, bro.
Theo Von
Yeah, I mean, what he didn't fall off a chair. Anyway, John, what do you have to say?
into Logan Paul's lap. That would be crazy.
He had someone with a degree of something
Whoa.
as a
really?
guest,
Crazy. We could never.
Tara Swart, whatever she does. She was
Tara
talking about
Strong, voice of Timmy Turner.
true.
God.
She was talking about how
I hardly know her.
True.
there's a part of the human
Turner's
nose.
facing the wrong way.
That's good. Yep. There's a part of the human nose is like a second nose inside our nose, but it's not fully connected to our. It's like a kind of like a half job.
What? Is this person got a degree in fucking waffle? What?
Noses,
Okay,
nose
so-
degree.
But I'm describing it in a
Okay.
really bad way. But like you know how dogs, right? They can smell like
Really well.
when someone's dying.
Yeah.
Can they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why you get those service dogs that like.
Oh,
when
are
people
they
like-
smelling pheromones?
No cell. What's it called cell. Cell death.
I think it's a pheromone thing. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's
I'm not
actually
sure.
it's actually it's actually the death of cells.
Okay.
They can smell that.
They can smell that.
Yeah,
That's sick.
But
Yeah.
cells are like dying fucking all the time.
but when it's a human being,
Yeah, but our cells are constant. My cell in my hand right now, fucking death.
Well, I
all
guess
the
It
time.
hyper.
would die more. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I guess, yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Sorry.
Don't say it's one thing.
This is the one thing
The
I
one
had.
that you brought to this.
I just thought it was an interesting thing to talk about. Listen.
We're listening.
They've somehow like built a titanium version of like this nose, and they're building like this machine type thing that can smell when a woman's pregnant and who the father is.
What?
Yeah, the nose knows who the father is.
The nose knows?
This is
Yeah.
crazy.
So
Wait.
like, just imagine like the fucking Jerry Springer show. Instead, it's like just a titanium nose.
Fucking sniffing.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
So how does it like when you say it knows who the father is, like it does a DNA test?
essentially, I
purely-
guess, yeah, purely from scent.
Just through scent though.
So like is it like I could sniff this guy and sniff the lady and be like, that's your baby.
Is this a thing that's like? There's a lot of AI stuff recently. In like, there's an AI thing in determining predictive diseases, which is like, it takes in all this information, it learns all this stuff about these X-rays, where it sees something in the X-ray and it's like, yes, that's cancer. Move to the next one. Oh, actually, sorry, the bad example of this. I got a better example of this scenario.
Scratch everything that Jock just said.
It's an AI training model that's trying to learn if it's looking at a cat or if it's looking at a dog. And it's fed thousands and thousands and thousands of photos of cats and dogs and cats and dogs and cats and dogs. And it's learning. And now it's at like 99% accuracy. Show a photo of a dog, yes, dog. Show a photo of cat, yes, cat. Sometimes it'll get it wrong, but mainly it's accurate.
The fucking idiot.
But
I'll never
then
get
it's
that wrong.
realizing then what you looking back into the code at what it is thinking about, and it is looking at photos, and if it sees grass, says it's a dog because dog outside.
Right.
If he sees inside, it's saying cat. So it is not knowing anything about the actual creature.
Idiot, man.
Do you think this nose, this aluminium nose, is smelling pregnant woman and goes, yep, pregnant, because of maybe pheromones, maybe
Right.
like dried vaginal tract from no periods or something.
Yeah.
Then it smells man, and it goes, man smells like that vagina.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like this man, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it like false flagging what the connection is? Is it like
Right.
this man smells like this woman because they spend so much time together, as opposed to being like an actual genetic DNA test?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
Like if she got pregnant from a bloke and then 2 days later got banged by another bloke.
Yeah, with the new bloke smell like.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they have been intimate and they've shared pheromones.
cells and stuff.
Yeah,
I guess the
that's-
idea is,
So much junk and shit all over him.
yeah.
I guess the
Yes.
idea is that the baby,
The baby.
The baby, I've heard of him.
is
Love it too.
Let's go.
Let's go.
is like releasing some sort of pheromone or whatever the fuck, and it's matched with the fuck. I give up, man. I
give
don't
up.
know.
Yeah, I give up too. Maybe we should just end it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for listening,
Wait, what
everyone.
the fuck?
No.
Was that an hour?
Huh? That was an hour, man.
Holy shit. All right.
Probably. I don't know. I lost track of time.
All right. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This was a really like science heavy based
If-
back end of the
You guys seen the
podcast.
Big Bang Theory?
If you
I have watched it in its entirety.
Yeah.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You're
That's why
telling
he
the
knows
people
so much.
that?
That's why he
Cut
knows
that
so
out.
much, man.
Okay.
If you're a scientist, please like reach out, let us know,
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. No, I
Help
do
it.
want to know these things.
help us out, please.
it'd be cool to have a scientist guest.
Yeah.
He can squeeze in.
Every
Like,
If you're
yeah.
Bill Nye, you want to come right here.
Yeah. Come right here.
Come right here.
Come right here.
Come right here, and I'll do this as you sit down.
Whoa,
That would be funny if you got Bill Nye with like, whoops. Go.
Billy boy.
Stick a little finger up his
Who's the
ass.
guy?
Yeah. You'd love that.
The Triple J guy, Dr. Carl.
Dr.
Stephen Fry?
Carl.
Dr. Carl.
Dr. Carl. He's probably like way more approachable as a
Stefano.
guest.
He
Bill
like
Nye.
you can like every Thursday ring up and ask that fart question. I think
Really?
and like he'll.
We should
answer.
get him on the line.
We should call him on a Thursday. We should record the podcast. And
Yeah,
live
because I
call
can
him.
plug a phone into the mixer and you can hear the phone call.
Okay.
Anyway, Stay
We'll
tuned
look into
for when
that.
we call Dr. Carl and ask him
About
one of our
farts.
many science questions we've got.
Yeah.
About stinking, about
farts.
smelling, about
The
particles, about farts.
We accidentally get on the phone with him. We accidentally call it a queef instead of a fart. Fuck.
Shit.
Hang
Hangs
on.
up. I'm trying again next week.
Also, I'd like to clarify. I think before I said that when women are on when women are pregnant, they don't have their periods. I don't know if that's true, and I don't want to spread that
I
misinformation.
think they have one really big one at the end.
Yeah. Depends how it goes. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think they do.
I just don't. Maybe I don't know.
We're going down the miscarriage path.
I know.
here.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want
Okay.
to take me
Yeah.
out. Please help me. Get me out of here. Get me out.
Is there a Mr. Carriage?
True.